This is WTF Nation Radio.
Radio.
The horse, with beauty unsurpassed, strength immeasurable, and grace unlike any other, still remains humble enough to carry a man upon its back. When a service member or first responder takes an oath, he or she has mentally and physically committed themselves with self-sacrifice. From the front lines abroad to the very streets you live on in America, they protect. This oath is non-refundable and it is lifelong. Facing unimaginable dangers and unseen scars, these grounds are a place to recover and face any challenges head-on. As veterans and first responders ourselves, we know that battle all too well. From a simple talk with a friend on horseback to an entire debrief in the barn, this sanctuary has seen recovery take place time and time again. No hour of life is wasted that is spent in a saddle. The way we approach change isn't a new phenomenon. This animal has been with humans over 5,000 years. If you've ever been around a horse for long enough, you'll feel that thing, that electric trust. In that moment, nothing else is in your mind. When they turn into you, it's like the world disappears. We harness that moment to build skills off of. Repurposing requires flexibility, adaptability, and the willingness to challenge assumptions and conventional thinking. This approach can be applied to many areas in life, including business, education, and personal growth. To ride a horse is to fly without wings. This lesson and skills learned at War Horses will help reintegrate back into daily life. You'll learn coping mechanisms, improved communication skills, trust and confidence that will help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. These tools can be used every day to navigate life and take on many challenges. This may involve practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, improving communication with loved ones. Transitioning back to society is hard on your own. And when you're at War Horses, you're family, and families solve problems together.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
I can feel this in my ears. What is happening?
The voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I'm going to apologize for the intro music. I couldn't decide, so I just pulled something out. I don't even know what this is. It's audio from a video that I saw, and I'm like, that sounds annoying. Oh, what's going on, everybody? My name is Kaz, and my surprise co-host tonight is Mom. What's going on, Mom?
Hey, glad to be back after a while.
A long time. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, you haven't been on the show in a very, very long time. Anyway, this is Friday Night Freedom, everybody. We are... this is Friday Night Freedom, and we are WTF Nation Radio. We are the voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. This show comes on every other Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. And we try to entertain you. And we got Mom here. We haven't seen her in a long time. How you been?
Busy. I've had, ever since I've been on, I've been raising COVID Carl. He's getting big. He's going to be 4 in May.
That's crazy, dude. It seems like he should still be in a like a bassinet or something. He doesn't.
Yeah.
It hasn't been 4 years.
No, it doesn't seem like it. I've had, I've been behind the scenes, booking the guests still and helping with managing all the social medias. But I'm like, wait, I need to come on. Like, I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to, say, hey, this is me. The face to what's going on behind the scenes. And I've also had some personal things go on. I've went through a double mastectomy, reconstruction surgery. That's kind of taken a couple years in itself, but I'm back, trying to, I guess live my life and everything here.
That's great, man. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. I thought I was going to be kind of out in the wind, but here we are, man. This is great. And Mom, you've been very instrumental at keeping the wheels turning here at WTF Nation Radio. And I don't think you get enough recognition for it, and we appreciate it. And even if we don't say it, we do.
Quit kissing my ass, Cause.
Well, I mean, back in the day when we, I mean, what is this, 9 years ago when we first started? It's been 9 years, and we used to fight.
Going to be
like, it was like, oh, shut up, oh. And then Minx would be like, hey, Mom and Dad are fighting again.
You were the best stepdad ever.
Yes, I still am.
Now I think we kind of grew into this, love-hate thing.
Yeah, but it's great. It's all love. It is all love.
It is.
So yeah, I've been off the air for, essentially a month. I took some vacation.
I saw that. How was it?
Up to Montana. It was great. It was kind of a perfect timing thing. The weather here in the springtime, I'm in Texas. I'm in North Texas, and the springtime weather is really horrible to predict because it's either going to be hot as hell, it might be cold as hell, or we might have tornadoes or some combination of the three. I think during the week that I left, I think the Panhandle had snow. We had hail and tornadoes, and it was like hot as shit down in like Central and South Texas.
Wow.
But so I left. I ended up changing my flight to an earlier flight because the weather rolling in was going to be nasty and it was going to delay all the flights. So I left. I had like a 6 a.m. flight, 6:15. Flew into Montana. Got to my, it's Bozeman's a really small town, man. So I got from the airport to my hotel in Bozeman in like 10 minutes. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm one thing I miss about living at Fort Bliss was our housing was right across the highway from the airport.
Oh, nice.
It was like 10 minutes to get there.
That is nice. So I rented a car, of course, because I have to get around. And normally, I just say a full-size car, whatever you got, doesn't matter. They gave me an Audi.
Oh.
I was going to get my, I signed in everything. I showed them my driver license and everything, and they're like, "Okay, just go to that desk over there, and they'll give you the keys to your car." I'm like, "Okay, cool, thanks." Then they asked me if I wanted to prepay for gas, and I'm like, "No, I'm not going to drive that much." So I went to that gate, and the guy's like, "Hello, Mr. Kaz. How does an Audi sound to you?" And I said, "Well, my good man." So they ended up giving me an Audi A3. It's not like the top of the line Audi, but dude, it was a nice little car, man. I think it was a little four banger, but this thing could shit and get, man.
Was this Enterprise?
It was Enterprise, yeah.
Oh wow, nice. I guess they're moving up in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I've always used Enterprise, so I just kind of stick with it. My corporate rentals are Hertz, but just because the company pays for it, so they can tell me what to do, since they're footing the bill.
Yeah, usually when you prepay for the gas, it's like $10 a gallon or some, a stomach high price.
Yeah, I paid. I think I drove like 100 miles. 110 miles or so. It was like $10 in gas. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it probably had good gas mileage, didn't it?
To the gallon? It didn't. It was a gas car. I drive a hybrid, so I'm kind of skewed. I don't have a good gauge for gas and how often you fill up. I fill up every like 3.5 weeks. So that's pretty cool. I'm really disconnected from the cost of gas.
Yeah.
Comparing that to the efficiency of driving.
Oh, see, I only drive mine like every few times a month because I live like where I work pretty much. And
that's cool.
Yeah, I have a gas guzzler, but I fill it up once a month.
It doesn't matter, right?
No, it doesn't.
So someone, Justin in the chats asked, what happened to Minx? Minx moved on. She got married and she's doing nursing school to be a certified nurse's assistant. No, it's something better, bigger, better than that.
I want to say it's surgical.
Surgical assistant.
That's it. I just spoke with her not too long ago, actually.
But she's doing really well. She's up in the land of cheese curds and beer and maple syrup.
And whey.
But she's doing really, really well. Yeah, she hasn't disappeared off the face of the earth. She's just not here with us.
Yeah, we still talk to her.
Yeah, we're all friends. I don't think there's anybody we're not in contact with that's been with the station or that has parted ways or gone in other directions. Speaking of which,
yes,
the next host to leave the island is this fucking guy, and it sucks.
You're not allowed.
It sucks.
You're not allowed.
I have to. The thing is, and it's not like tomorrow. This is going to be like around July 4th. I think the end of June will be my last broadcast. But I'm going to be going to school and getting some schooling in order to be promoted at work because I'm at the top of my I'm at the top of my pay grade. I can't go any higher than I'm at. I can stay where I'm at, but I'm going to be treading water without any pay raises. And I can't.
You need to do better.
I got to do better.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Kaz, and it's been great having you here, and I'm sure we'll still have you, come on and co-host or
I'm
be a guest.
not going away. I think if there's a job for me to do here, I will do it. It just can't be on the air. I don't have the time to do that anymore.
Well, as Red Lake would say, get in where you fit in.
Get in where you fit in. That was the first thing that I'm like, dude, what do I do? Because 9 years ago when all this shit started,
Yeah,
it was
it's
more than
hard to
9
believe.
years ago. He's just like, he goes, I want you to be on staff, but we'll call you the what do you call it? He called me like the producer, our producer
Yeah.
Kaz. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to produce? He's like, find me some guests. So the first 2 guests that I got were Amory King. And
I remember that.
and that was weird. That dude is very. He was already up there in the YouTube videos, and he was at the beginning of getting a whole lot of shit from fans.
Yeah.
So he was very, because I had his number and I would call him, and he's like, "Who the fuck is this?" I'm like, "Dude, where's this Kaz from WTF Nation Radio? You're coming on, just touching base. We're going to talk about these things. You can talk about whatever you want. We're going to be on the air for an hour. Longer if you want, shorter if you want. Just, I'm just trying to touch base." He's like, "All right, cool, man." And then we had, after that, we had Ali Spagnola was on there.
Oh yeah, she was actually a super fun guest.
She was a lot more fun than I thought. That she would be. I liked her videos. I just thought she had really, really cool videos.
Yeah, she was super fun.
My expectations were kind of low, being from California, and I just didn't know. I didn't know what to expect. But
Yeah,
she was
not
a
being a
whole lot of
veteran.
fun.
Yeah,
And she was like
fun.
really, really into the veterans and the military in general, which is not as common as I think it should be in any state. But just coming from the land of fruits and nuts, it just I was kind of rolling the dice on that one. So that was the first 2 things that I did, and then it was like, drink that tune. That's,
that was so much fun though.
so if you guys don't remember, drink that tune would be Red Leg would be doing the buttons, and he would play just one of those like the first couple seconds of a song, and you guess it. And
Yeah,
the
and then-
first 1 to 10, or the person with the highest score at the end of the whatever wins a T-shirt or a coffee mug or something.
Yeah, I mean, then it got to the point where I started organizing drink
Mm-hmm.
that tune, and like it was like themes.
Or it's like, topics. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, you would have to guess like what was the theme for the night, where it was like show tunes, or we were doing country. Red Leg loved country, by the way.
He did. And actually, there was one drink that tune where he was completely out, because me and Minx it was like an hour worth of country. He's like, "Fuck this, I ain't doing this. You do it."
Yeah, that was fun. But unfortunately, we had to quit doing it because Facebook. We tried doing it on Facebook Live, and they would just yank.
Every song that we played would be we'd get a copyright strike for every song that we played. And if you get too many of those, you get, deplatformed.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
we
had
don't
to
make
stop doing it.
money doing any of these things, but still.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if we did TikTok and we did drink that tune on TikTok, we would get away with it.
Or pretty much anywhere else.
Yeah.
One of my episodes of Drink That Tune was, I forget what it was, but all of the songs were in reverse.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that
was
one?
actually hard.
It is. And I could
It
play
was-
longer segments so you can kind of wrap your head around the songs that we're playing. But man, I've got so many audio files out here from all the Drink That Tunes. I save kind of almost everything.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun.
it was.
Heath says, Pookie shaved. Yes, this is Pookie.
Yeah.
He
And-
went through a transition.
And he got new boobs,
He got new boobs.
and that won't kill him.
So everyone's, what do you mean Boats and Hose 24? And look at Mom's shirt, if you can see
Do I need
Mom's
to,
shirt. Yeah, you
show
got
it
to
to
stand up a little bit because you are in the bubble.
Oh,
I
I'm
got you in the bubble.
All right, so I made with the election coming up. Is it in there? Let me.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like not voting for anyone but Boats and Hose. And I made this shirt, so.
Do you have your own screen printer?
No, well, not screen print. I do other things like sublimation, vinyl, and I could order screen print transfers and then do it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, a screen printer takes up a lot of space.
And a lot of ink.
Yes. I don't think I have the patience to screen print, especially when I've got COVID Carl, just kind of going haywire back here.
You want to see him covered in ink and stuff?
No, I don't. We're good.
So anyway, that's the vat of that. I'm going to be leaving the broadcast booth, so to speak, of WTF Nation Radio. I'm still hopefully going to be on staff if they got a job for me. If for nothing else than like supplying memes, finding memes, distributing memes.
Yeah, be our meme dealer.
But yeah, that's it. It's got to be that way. I got to look out for me, I guess.
I understand.
I just have lots going on. So you don't put me down. Don't hold me back, man, because I'm doing good things and I'm having a really good time doing it.
Well, that's good, and I'm proud of you. You got to do you.
He said, "What's Carl like now? 15? He's 4. That's what he's 4.
He'll be 4 in May. Yeah.
What day? Do we share a birthday? I'm on the 9th.
No. His is May 31st.
Oh, like Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. He was actually due on the 17th of June.
Ooh, early.
Yeah, he was early and like 7 pounds when he was like 3 weeks early. I was like,
and look at him now, dude. He's big and he's got a personality. Never met the young man, but yeah, he's got a personality.
So somebody asked me where you can buy that shirt. I've been commenting throughout both platforms through my personal page. I don't care if you follow me on my personal page. Just message me and I can get you the shirt and mail it to you. Of course, you got to pay for it first, but just message me. I'll let you know how I'll give you the deets on how to get the shirt, or message the radio station. You could do that as well.
Yeah, because it'll come to you anyway.
Yeah, because it's pretty much my inbox on Facebook.
We're forbidden because just a lowly host is forbidden from looking at the inbox.
You can look at it, just
don't say anything.
Yeah, don't fuck my rotation up, guys.
It's not, stay in your lane, motherfucker. Oh, dude, okay, sorry. I like to help, and I like to help too much, and I've been yelled at enough times. I'm just like, I don't want to rock the boat. This is a well-oiled machine. Let's keep it that way. Don't touch the inbox. Mm-hmm. Or, I might say, hey, Mom, I know you're busy. Have you seen the inbox lately?
Yeah, no. Which helps because sometimes I get pretty busy and some stuff does pop in there and
then it's like, what the fuck are you doing in my inbox? Stay out of my inbox. So speaking of boats and hoes, what you were going to say?
Oh, I was reading Heath. He said our friend anniversary. I was going to say that was yesterday, I think. Like mine or with Cause or...
Maybe you. I don't know if me and Heath are hooked up on the Facebooks.
Really?
I mean, he might be like Cause and stuff. I try to see.
They keep it separate.
You can DM Cause. You can DM me, Musa.
Yeah.
Cause at WTF or Cause. I don't even know what my damn thing is. Cause Pip knows it. Like me and Pip talk all the time.
Oh, yours? Yeah. You know what? I have to get. I do believe our friend anniversary is yesterday. Yeah, it was. Come to think of it, yesterday was a long day for me, guys. I'll just say that.
So speaking of boats and hoes, I don't know about the hose part, but we're going to talk about some boats.
I don't think there was any hose on that boat.
Well, there might have been. You never know. These are What was the flag?
Preliminary.
Singapore.
Yeah.
It was a Singapore flag ship and a bunch of Indians on it. Dots, not feathers. Indians. Anyway, 3 days ago on Tuesday at 1:30 in the morning. Oh my gosh, I didn't even do the show rundowns. What the hell is wrong with me? Is this my first day or what? Hey everybody, this isn't the only show on WTF Nation Radio. We've got shows 6 nights a week. This Sunday's a sports bar with a Coach and the actual King Smith. Monday's the Monday edition with Ice. Ice is back, doing 2 shows a week. It's awesome. Monday edition is on Monday. Pop Culture Warriors on Tuesday. He usually has a pretty badass guest. I looked at the schedule. We don't have a guest scheduled for this week, but he's still going to do a show. I think Mad Mike is the standard. Either Mad Mike or Angry Elf is going to be the co-host. Smoke Pit comes up on Wednesday. Sergeant's Time is back on Thursday, where Ice talks about, there's a lot of Army, DOD related news and information. It's more of a military, it's more of a veteran centric broadcast. Unlike the Monday edition, which is kind of like a free for all, whatever's in the news he's going to talk about, or whatever's on his mind, or politics. He kind of stays away from the politics on Sergeant's Time just because the military is separated from politics. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's good. And Friday Night Freedom is usually here on Fridays, but I'm on every other Friday, so there's not going to be a show this coming Friday. So we're going to put the old crying liberal there for this show that's not going to happen this coming week. Anyway, okay, so let me see. Main Live, that's us right here. Your picture is a different one, and your picture transferred. And if you look over my shoulder, I've got a certification to talk about this story here. Courtesy of Mom. She provided me with the Facebook, what is it? I got to blow that up. I can't read it. Facebook certified expert in bridges and shipping and stuff. So that's what we're going to be talking about, right? Okay, we're going out of order again. Pardon my ADHD brain here, but yeah, I did go on vacation in Montana, and yes, it was great. I got to see my kids. One of my daughters, I saw my oldest daughter every day that I was up there. I saw my youngest daughter the first day that I was out there. She had to work all the rest of the days, so that sucked. She's kind of moving up in her job as well, so she kind of is
that's great.
Running an insurance office and doing I don't know what she has to do, but she does a fantastic job at it. Anyway, I did go up to Montana, hung out with my daughter. It's a beautiful part of the country. If you ever get a chance, Bozeman, Montana is the place to go. It's so nice up there. The locals are going to hate you if you want to move there, just because it's everyone's moving there. And I don't know if it's because of Yellowstone or whatever, but it's so nice. Go up there and visit. There's all kinds of skiing, hiking. My daughter and I did a good hike. We went to go see a grizzly bear sanctuary, which is just right out of town. And I got to meet this big boy. His name is Max. He's a grizzly bear rescued from Alaska and brought to Bozeman. This sanctuary is a trip. It's called the Montana Grizzly Bear Sanctuary, I think is what it's called. But he was rescued. Mom was killed. And Max was like not very old at all. So he wasn't going to survive. So they rescued him, brought him to the sanctuary. In this picture that you're looking at right here, these 3 pictures, he's 5 years old. 5 years old, weighs about 800 pounds, 700 pounds. He's a big boy. He's going to gain about another 400 pounds when by the time he matures. He's a really, really cool bear. He knows his name. He's like a big dog. If you see in that bottom right picture where he's standing up, his paws are 14 inches across, and he stands, his shoulders are at 6 feet. This is a massive freaking bear, dude. There's no pictures that I could take because his background was there was nothing to relate it or there was no perspective to have. But Max is just such a big bear. So that in the top left picture, he's standing on a stump. That stump is a waterlogged stump.
Okay.
That stump weighs 200 pounds. And if you look at his paws are 14 inches across. So that kind of gives you a little bit of how big that stump is. He was like picking that stump up with his teeth, like from one of the knots in the stump, and like tossing it like it was nobody's business, like a dog tosses like a tennis ball.
Wow.
It was amazing. I have never seen a grizzly bear that close. Mm-hmm. And we were really that close. There was a moat. There was where we were. Then there was a moat in front of us, which was about 8 feet across, and then there was the bear. So he was 10, 12 feet away from us. That's just
there was no barrier at all.
No. Just the moat.
Okay.
And they were saying, because he's been hand raised, since he was an infant, I guess, a cub.
Yeah.
So he's used to humans. He knows his name. He acts like a dog. You can say, "Hey, Max," and he'll turn around. Max gets the zoomies. It's just cool, man. He's cool. They've got a whole bunch of bears there from different parts of the world. That they do rescue. They do have Hollywood bears. They have bears that film studios use for acting bears.
Okay.
And they all take turns in that little habitat there.
Okay.
So when you go to that Montana grizzly sanctuary, you might see Max. You might see any of the bears that they've got there. Anyway, that was really cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Not the coolest thing that I did. The coolest thing that I did was do some pottery with my daughter.
What'd you make?
I made a vase. I wanted to make like a set of like coffee mugs.
Yeah.
But we didn't have time, and it takes a long time. It took us probably 3 hours. She made a butter dish, and I made a vase. I made a vase.
A vase.
I haven't gotten the vase back. It's ready to be picked up. My daughter hasn't picked it up yet. She's busy. She's a full-time student and she works full-time. So whenever she picks it up, she's going to surprise me. She's not going to take a picture and say, "Here's the vase." She's going to surprise me and just drop it in the mail and send it to me.
Okay.
So whenever I get that from her, I'll definitely. It's cool. It's going to be royal purple. It's royal purple and black. What did I paint that thing? Royal purple and something. I think it's going to look cool. I think in my mind it's going to look cool. It may not look cool. It might break in the kiln. I don't know. But she says that both of the pieces are ready for pickup. She just has to make time to go into Bozeman. She lives in Belgrade, which is 5 miles away. But she has to make time because she has to work and go to school. So that's cool. That was my vacation.
It sounds like a nice vacation.
It was a nice vacation. Traffic is traffic. The flights were very uneventful.
Yeah.
Which are the best flights to have.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that sucked on the flight is I had a meal, and the meal was supposed to be a cheese omelet or something like that, and it ended up being a freaking... it was Mexican food, which is fine. I like Mexican food, but when you're expecting an omelet with, hash browns and whatnot, and you get this
something else.
corn tortilla wrapped in a thingy, and it's just, Mexican food in a confined space, it just smells like BO. It was unappealing to me.
Gotcha.
So dear airlines, don't serve Mexican food on flights, please. Thank you. Rapid City has bear country. Interesting drive with bears walking around. Oh gosh, yeah, those ones where you don't get out of your car. They got a couple of those with buffalo and shit. Don't get out of your car. There's wildlife here. Or you drive
there's
from
one in Oklahoma we went to near Fort still, there's a wildlife preserve there with buffalo and the prairie dogs and some other shit.
I know somewhere down here in Texas, when I was growing up, my uncle owns a ranch out in East Texas, and somewhere between Dallas and his house, there is like a literal, you drive through this place and it's got freaking ostrich and giraffes and all kinds of cool stuff. I have no idea where it was because I was like 4 or 5 the last time I went.
You brought up the whole ostrich thing, and when Spanky took Jay Reddy to the...
Oh my gosh, he screamed. I mean, I get it. If it's not your thing, you don't like the animals, you don't trust them. Ostriches are just weird looking anyway.
But so yeah, that was years ago too.
Was that an ostrich or an emu? It was an ostrich.
I want to. It was either or. I mean, they look almost the same, I guess.
Just about, yeah. Or it's like is that a llama or is that an alpaca? I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
We have an alpaca farm here. It's right up the road, and you can go, like, they do yoga and stuff, and then you can go pet the alpacas afterwards.
I want to do puppy yoga.
Oh, I thought you were going to say goat yoga.
Or goat yoga. I'm going to kidnap one of those things, or like Minx would say, surprise adopt. Or the puppy yoga. I think those guys are in cahoots with the Humane Society, just to get people to adopt puppies, and it would work every time on me. I'd have a house full of dogs.
On this episode of Hoarders, we have Kaz.
Right? We have Kaz. He's got like 550-pound bags of dog food and a bunch of dogs in a backyard full of turds. Neighbors complain that his house smells like shit. But it's really, really clean. It's just his backyard that smells. Pictures at 11.
Right.
So back to boats and hose. I mean it this time.
We're back to boats and hose.
Back to boats and hose. 3 days ago on Tuesday at 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time, a cargo vessel named the Dolly struck a support structure of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, causing it to collapse like a house of cards. The Dolly appeared to be having serious issues in the moments leading up to the collision. Power went out a couple of times, and smoke can be seen coming from the aft section of the vessel before it struck the support. A mayday call was made, and access to the bridge was quickly halted. There's no doubt in my mind that these quick actions saved many, many lives that night. So there was a mayday call. They shut the bridge down. The only traffic on that bridge were people that were already going, and they had no idea.
Yeah.
So I've seen a couple of conspiracy theories leading up to the show, and then you posted that video of the pine cone dude.
Yeah, by the way, everybody, like, I've kind of came to the conclusion if somebody's an idiot or dumb, I just started calling them pine cones instead of potatoes. It's just, at least potatoes are useful. You can make French fries and mashed potatoes and vodka.
Pine cones make trees.
Well, they make trees, but pine sol maybe. I don't know, but
they pine cones supply the military with pine oil. Anyway, yeah. I've seen a couple of different conspiracy theories on this accident, and all I have to say is watch any of the numerous videos out there without the commentary. Just watch the video.
Yeah.
The Dolly is a massive ship, and this information that I'm going to talk about was gathered from people who actually know what the fuck they're talking about. Mm-hmm. So there's an engineer that threw out some math and figures, and maybe this will make sense to you, maybe it won't. But the Dolly has 148,984 ton displacement. It has the same mass of 1,041 fully loaded train cars. Stretched end to end, the train would be 13.5 miles long. So you can't turn. You can't just pivot. This isn't Friends. You can't. I mean, I think Friends would have a better chance of getting that fucking couch up the stairs than this boat turning somewhere. And folks are saying, well, maybe they should be escorted. Well, they were escorted. They were escorted through the harbor. But you lose power, you lose control. It's like an airplane, your engine shuts off. Guess what, dude? you're kind of
You're going
limited.
down.
You're
Yeah.
kind of limited. So this thing
I don't
is
mean
not.
to laugh, but it's true.
I mean, and there was a loss of life, and it really, really sucks. But it could have been a
could have
whole
been
lot
worse.
worse.
It could have been rush hour on that bridge.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't 1:30 in the morning, this bridge sees nearly 750,000 to 1 million individual pieces of traffic per year. That's a lot. That is a lot. So that whole middle section is gone. That whole middle section is gone. And this video that you posted, I don't know if it was on your personal
the
page.
Pinecone
Some dude, was it a Brit? Was it an Aussie? Just kind of go, look at the flash here and the flash there and the flash there. This was a demolition, people. Pay attention. I'm like, you know, there's electrical cables on there, and
Right.
the flashes that you're seeing are arcs.
Yeah, because if there's a transformer there and you rip it apart, it's going to explode. Patrick, I'm trying to see. Sorry, guys, I'm getting old. Patrick Loss, are the nut jobs now debating if boat fuel melts steel beams? Close. I would not be surprised if that is thrown out there with the rest of them. It's just this is that the explosions with the pine cone we're talking about. Like people said, there was explosions on the the towers. He wanted to point out that this is the same thing that's happening to this bridge.
And I don't know, he sounded like he was serious.
Or if he was like,
Was he trying to
satire.
be completely obtuse and satirical? I really hope that I really hope he was trying to be funny, but he really sounded serious.
He did. And if he is serious, bless his heart.
So I fully, I mean, anything that happens, I always think anything major that happens, my immediate thought goes to this is a diversion from something.
Yeah.
They want us to pay attention to this. Look at what the other hand is doing.
Yeah.
But this I think is just
A freak accident.
it's a freak accident, dude.
And the amount of cargo and ships that go through under that bridge, this is probably like I don't even know what the odds of something like this happening, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty fucking slim.
So let me see, where did I leave off here? President Biden, this is the weird stuff. This isn't the weird stuff. This is the stupid stuff. President Biden pledged that the United States government will, quote, pay for the entire cost of reconstructing the bridge. In his statement, he also said that he has been over the Francis Scott Key Bridge many, many times by train and car. But the problem is the Francis Scott Key Bridge has never had a railroad. So who knows what he was thinking of when he offered our money up to pay for the bridge's replacement. And, fiscally conservative people have said, slow your roll, sir. And he's already said, he expects Congress to pass funding to rebuild this bridge. I'm like, dude, why don't we wait for insurance to come and, pay out something?
Yeah. I don't think insurance is going to fully cover the cost of that.
Of course not. But it's something. It's
Yeah,
less
it's
out of
better
my.
than
It's less federal money out of my pocket.
Yeah, I mean,
A
I'm
guy
already-
that lives in Texas paying for a bridge in Maryland.
I was kind of thinking, fuck, I could barely afford groceries right now.
So Synergy Marine Group, which manages the Dolly, says, and this is interesting information.
Okay.
Synergy Marine Group, which manages the Dolly, said the ship's captain and crew were all Indian. There were 2 harbor pilots, both United States citizens, who were guiding the Dolly out of the port at the time of the collision. The United States Coast Guard said Wednesday that the ship underwent routine engine maintenance in the port before it lost power. An inspection of the Dolly last June at the port in Chile identified a problem with the ship's propulsion and auxiliary machinery. The deficiency involved gauges and thermometers, not the actual function of the engine, just gauges and thermometers.
Okay.
A standard examination was conducted by the United States Coast Guard in New York in September, and they did not identify any deficiencies. So I guess the key thing to take away from all of this is that this last week, that ship underwent routine engine maintenance. So I think that it's not the crew's fault. It's not the captain's fault. I think it's going to come back to whatever it's like the NTSB version for ships. They're going to do an investigation, and they might see maybe there were some deficiencies in the ship maintenance.
Maybe.
Which puts the failure of the engines back on whatever company does that maintenance, which is United States based.
Or,
it might be that shit might be our fault. Our fault, meaning U.S., the United States. But this ship hasn't been, scot-free, accident-free. There's a video out there of this same ship like grinding the shit out of a dock. I just saw it today. I was going to grab some of these videos. I was going to grab the Pinecone dude's video, and I wanted to grab the other video of this dock this ship just creaming the crap out of this dock.
Well, did you hear the video I posted? It was pretty much the comms of all the emergency crews and the responders and the scrambling when they made that Mayday call.
I haven't listened to it. No.
It's chilling.
I heard it was chilling, but it was very effective and good. Yes. Everything that happened because of that was good.
Yes. I mean, at least the ship did the right thing. They tried to stop traffic on the bridge. And you could hear the call go through. Like at one end, officers stopped that traffic, and then there was the other end. And unfortunately, this is the chilling part. You could hear them talking about the one officer going on that there was construction workers, a crew on that bridge working. And he's like, I'm going to go, I'm going to drive up there and warn them and get them. And right when he went to go, got right off the, with the comms with it, the bridge went down. So I couldn't imagine being that officer just watching, those people are there, you're trying to get to them, and it's too late.
And you can't. I think there's 6 missing, or is it 4? It was 6 missing, and they recovered 2 bodies, or?
Yes. So it was a search and rescue. They, and then of course it came to the point where they just realized that there's nobody surviving this, and they called off the search and rescue, and it became a recovery mission. Mm-hmm. So, and they found 2 of the bodies. I don't know if I really haven't been on the news that much today. But as of right now, they found 2 of the bodies, and they're still looking for the other 4. If anybody, if you want to comment that if that's changed, please do. I know with some of the construction workers that did go down, 2 did survive. 1 refused treatment at the scene, and another one was taken to the hospital and then later
refused treatment. He's like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah. He's like, I quit, I'm done.
This is my 3rd day on the job. Fuck this.
But so I guess that's pretty much all we know really right now.
Yeah, the bridge was built in it was for use in 1977. The thing is, the contract was awarded in 1969 to build this bridge. Construction began in 72 and it finished in 77.
Yeah,
this isn't a short progress thing.
No.
This is a very long process. And now the way that the United States works, and with unions and who's going to do the work and how much work are they going to do and how much are we going to get paid, and the environmental impact studies, and what kind of fish, what kind of rare fish that lives in that harbor. Come on, man. We're going to do a 2-year study and decide what
Meanwhile,
fish.
Everybody can't get to work because the bridge is gone.
I mean, so what do you? I wonder what they're going to do, because that's what I should have done is pulled up a map of that area. That is a very busy. Not just the waterway is busy, but that bridge connects
a 675, I believe it is in the area.
Right.
Like
I mean, it's like you're either going to take a 30-minute drive or you're going to take a 2-hour and 30-minute drive to get to where you need to go.
It's turned into 2 hour, 30 minutes now.
So I think they ought to deploy like a bunch of ferries out there. Just get on the ferry, dude. Pack 100 cars on a ferry and go across the bay.
That'll end up a disaster. I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
What are you going to do? It's either that or drive 2 hours. How you doing, Bridie? I hope I'm saying that name right. Bridie Powell says, "Hey y'all, how you doing? Thanks for joining us." She's over on the YouTube.
Oh yeah, we have a YouTube, don't we?
We do, and I'm not
that all the time.
And I'm not broadcast. I don't think I'm broadcasting. We got some listeners here, but I don't think I'm broadcasting on the. Maybe I am on the main page. Yes, I think I am. I didn't uncheck that box, so yeah, we are. We got 2 YouTubes going. We got 2 Facebooks going. So yeah. We're usually on Kick, but I kind of lost access to Kick for whatever reason.
Yeah. What is Kick?
Kick was just another platform to.
Okay.
Kick was just another platform to broadcast on.
Interesting. So, kind of back to the whole bridge thing.
Yeah.
I know people are kind of thinking, like, how do we prevent this from next time? And all I could think about is them putting pylons before the bridges now, kind of like what they have to in front of gas stations and stuff, because senior citizens would accidentally hit the gas and the car would go right into the building.
Or have some kind of a shoreline before the pilings.
Yeah. Is it pylons or pilings?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Whatever. It sounds good.
I know. Let me see. Where's my certification here? I gotta flash this certification here. I am a certified Facebook certified. What did I say? Cargo ship and waterway person. There
you go.
I couldn't read it. Let me make that smaller. Put that badge over here on my other wall. It's like all these corporate.
You know what is crazy? Okay, this is crazy. That same day this happened, my sister-in-law works at Rent-A-Tire, one of those Rent-A-Tire centers, and they had a car go right into their building the same day this ship took out this bridge. It was like, holy shit. I was like, I'm done for the day. But for her, what helped her out is because they had all the tires in front of the windows and stuff, the tires kind of acted like a buffer between people in the building versus the car.
Was it a distracted driver or just someone just like an accident, went off the road and...
So basically what happened where it happened is like a pretty busy intersection. Somebody hit the car that went into the building and took off. Like it was a hit and run. And of course, everybody's okay. Nobody got hurt. The driver was, shook up and stuff, but it was just kind of like the odds of that happening, the same day. I don't know.
So let's we're coming up on a break, but I don't want to take a break yet because I do want to talk about another bridge issue that has nothing to do with bridge construction or nothing like that. But a while ago, there was a story about a truck that was dangling over a bridge. This happened in Louisville, Kentucky. Nuts. Earlier this month, a Cisco truck was photographed dangling over a bridge in Louisville. After an investigation, it has been determined, this just came out this week, that the driver of a pickup truck has been charged for his role in a 4-vehicle crash that sent a tractor-trailer through the guardrail and over the edge of the bridge. Witnesses told police that the driver was speeding and weaving in and out of traffic when he hit a stalled vehicle, crossed into opposite lanes, hit another car with 2 people inside of it, and then it hit the tractor-trailer. Court records show that the pickup driver was charged with 4 counts of wanton endangerment and 1 count of operating on a suspended license. The arrest report said that the pickup truck driver, quote, drove the vehicle under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to the value of human life. I love that statement so much. And it placed him and others at risk of serious injury and death.
I am glad they caught some.
I'm glad they
found out-
investigated.
Yeah, same here, because I was so worried about that truck driver, because anymore, automatically the truck driver is at fault. I'm glad they investigated it. They found somebody else at fault, and the poor lady that was driving that truck, she was seeing the pictures from weeks ago. She was like terrified. I mean, I would be too, because that's the Ohio River, and there's really nothing good in that river. But because even like my parents are truck drivers, and my boyfriend's a truck driver. So basically, it's just people don't realize that their whole lives are on the line. If they get into an accident, they're always deemed automatically at fault. And I'm glad they found somebody who caused the accident, and he's going to jail, because apparently it sounds like he never should have been behind the wheel to begin with.
Yeah, he had a suspended license. Okay, so Moosa says, you ought to see how people drive in Texas. I was just going to mention that.
Yeah,
I drive not a lot, but the biggest a-holes that I see are either the local truck drivers, not the long distance truck drivers.
Yeah.
The local people that are hauling gravel or feed or whatever, those guys are the assholes, or motorcycles.
Yeah.
Or anybody that drives a WRX.
That, or that camps in the left-hand lane.
Right. So I mean, I when I drive to work, it's a little bit of open road, and then there's a lot of construction. Mm-hmm. So, construction zone, 55 miles an hour. I'm doing 80, and there are people flashing their lights behind me to pass me through a construction zone. It's just,
wow.
it's the aggressiveness of driving. And I drive 80 just because the rest of the traffic pack that I drive with we're doing about 80. And, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning when I go to work. So that's fine. But dude, I mean, what? Why do you need to go faster than 80 in a construction zone? I shouldn't be doing 80. I mean, posted.
I was about to say
It's posted 55 miles an hour. And I'm going to incriminate myself saying, yeah, I do about 80 because that's the comfortable speed to go with, and that's the way traffic is moving.
Yeah.
And then they're just, they're on my ass, flashing everything. I mean, do you really need to? I mean, what's the hurry? What's the hurry?
I don't know.
But I mean, really, dude. I mean, you get there when you get there. Okay, if you're going to be late, great, be late, but at least get there.
Alive.
Think about your family. Wear
your seatbelt.
About other people. I mean, people who care about you, kind of, really want to see you again. The construction workers, yeah.
The irony, and I kind of, said this the other day. So those guys were up on that bridge filling potholes in the middle of the night, because that's pretty much the safest time.
It's the safest time to do it, yeah. And we're talking about the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And then this happens. Being a construction worker on a highway is pretty dangerous. I mean, it's definitely not the safest thing to do. I hope they're paid well. They typically are.
Because you're standing there and you're doing a job, and you're literally feet away from, people that are getting to and from work or getting to and from, where they want to be.
Yeah.
They want to be where they want to be, and you're just trying to make a buck, and you're trying to do your job, but you got to kind of watch for traffic. Because, I mean, there's all these concrete barriers are up and everything to protect the workers. That's not going to stop a car that's going 50, 60 miles an hour.
No, not at all. It might actually make things worse.
It might.
Sorry, I thought I heard something going on upstairs where COVID Carl is.
Sounds like he's fine. He's sleeping, right?
No.
I told you he wouldn't be.
I need some chloroform, guys. No, I really don't do that to my kid. I'm just saying, I don't do that to my kid.
I don't Benadryl my kids. That's so frowned upon.
Right.
Okay, we're going to take a very short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Diddy. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Dr. Love, or whatever the hell he called himself. He's got all kinds of cool nicknames now. We're going to talk about some Diddy, and just keep this in mind. We're going to talk about coconut butt and South by Southwest in Texas. Governor Abbott down here in Texas kind of riled some feathers, and I just want to talk about that for a little bit. And we're going to talk about the eclipse that's coming up next Monday, not this Monday, but a week from this Monday. So,
all right,
let's take a very, very quick break, and we will be back in just a few minutes. My name is Kaz, and that is Mom, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Bye.
all right. Bye.
This is WTF Nation Radio. This is WTF Nation Radio.
WTF Nation Radio.
Welcome back to part 2 of Friday Night Freedom. My name is Kaz, and that's not Pookie. That's Mom.
Yeah, Pookie went and got boobs and shaved.
Yes. Pookie, I think you're hot.
Oh, thanks. I heard a noise upstairs, and it sounded like, I don't know what it was. Like,
You've got a young one, so yeah, any noise that you hear that is out of the realm of normalcy is probably something to be concerned with.
yeah, it's COVID Carl. I got somebody watching him, though. So.
Okay, he's not like running around upstairs like with knives and stuff.
No. If that, he would probably be, like, if I didn't have a sitter, he'd be down here doing chaos.
Which is fine.
Actually, he would probably, like, take over the whole fucking show.
Which we could have a COVID Carl half an hour, like 20 minutes of COVID Carl.
And then it's bedtime.
So we are
smell this racket.
So we're back with part 2. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We got a great little crowd here.
We do.
Having a great time talking with you, Mom. I'm glad to have you back. Mom is kind of the backbone, along with Spanky. Spanky is a part of the team who spends most of her time. You know, she does spend time with Ice on Sergeant's time, but she does spend a good part of her time with the station behind the scenes, out of the spotlight. And yeah, I love you all, and we all love Spanky. And she said that we're supposed to. That ought to be on the things to talk about, is how much we love Spanky. So everyone talk about how much we love her. She's awesome.
And she's very happy if you pay her in snacks.
She is the snack master.
Yes.
It's like, hey, I know you owe me, $250, but if you buy me a bag of Totino's pizza bites, we're good.
Yeah, pretty much.
And a case of Diet Coke. She's fine with that. So P. Diddy's house got raided. Houses, multiple, more than one, got raided. Because he's been, I guess, doing some bad things.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's kind of, I don't know. I really haven't been following up on it too much. The memes that have been coming out have been glorious.
I've got a couple. I've got a little slideshow to go to.
So basically, he's kind of been doing an Epstein type thing, right?
Yeah. With or without the island. It may not be the island thing, or it might be like a real island. But I don't know. The investigation is underway, and
too soon. Oh my God.
So four women, including a longtime partner, Cassandra Ventura, have filed lawsuits against the musician P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, accusing him of sexual and physical abuse. This is where it gets weird, after the first sentence. Producer Little Rod Jones filed a similar suit in February, alleging Combs abused him over a year-long period when he was living at the star's property and working on his music. Combs defended himself against what he described as sickening allegations made by individuals looking for a quick payday. Quote, "Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged," he said, adding that he would fight to clear his name. However, in March of 2024, which is this month, federal agents raided 2 houses owned by the star as part of an ongoing investigation into sex trafficking. His lawyers called the action an unprecedented ambush and a gross overuse of military-level force, and maintained his client's innocence. Diddy is no stranger to controversy. In 1999, Combs was arrested on suspicion of assaulting Interscope Records executive Steve Stout after a disagreement over a music video. He pleaded guilty to harassment and was sentenced to, check this out, 1 day of anger management class.
Oh, because that's just what gonna fucking work.
I mean, I'm a changed man. Thank you for the 3 hours of instruction. Later that year, he was charged with criminal possession of a weapon when police found 2 9mm guns in his car after an argument in a club had turned violent. Combs and his then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez were both arrested. Combs was later acquitted of all charges. Lopez was not charged. Over the years, he has been sued several times by his business partners. In 2015, he was arrested for fighting with his son's football coach. I think you see the pattern here.
Yeah.
The abuse allegations started popping up in 2019 by his model ex-girlfriend, Gina Hyun.
Okay.
She said Combs had been physically abusive and offered her money to get an abortion during their on and off 5-year relationship. In November 2023, there were 3 lawsuits in the space of a week. Physical abuse, drugging, videotaping, and distribution of sexual activity. You know, he's making dirty videos. The list is really long. And now this. A 4th woman sued in December claiming that she was sex trafficked and gang raped by Combs, former Bad Boy Record president Harve Pierre, and another man in 2003, when she was only 17 years old. This week, federal agents raided 2 properties owned by Combs in Los Angeles and Miami. Computers and other devices were confiscated while other officers searched his California mansion. Combs was also stopped at the airport in Miami as he prepared to leave for the Bahamas. So according to the New York Times, he said to have handed over a number of electronic devices, but he was not detained.
Huh.
So, one of our mutual friends said that the feds were not there to collect evidence; they were there to hide evidence. Just because P. Diddy he's very, very connected in the political sphere. I mean, he's taken pictures with Hillary Clinton. What's his nuts? Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
It's he's just got a lot of weird associations that make it really questionable what exactly was his role.
Yeah, but that's
did he have a role? I don't know.
But we're not surprised, which is sad.
And there's a lot of statements like, was it Usher? I don't know if I'm misspeaking here. Somebody famous who used to stay with him says, yeah, I saw some shit.
I think Usher was one of them.
Was that Usher? I mean, dude, fucking say something. You see some weird shit. If it's, say something, bro. The one thing that I thought was kind of funny on this is, here's a picture of a LA Police Department officer blocking off access to P. Diddy's house while they do the raid. But that guy over on the right there with the black sweater is Ridley Scott. He couldn't get to his house.
Oh, that sucks for him.
You know, Ridley Scott, director of Alien, Black Hawk Down, American Gangster, you know, those movies. That's that guy.
He's like...
He goes out to check the mail or goes out for a walk or something, and he can't get back to his house. Fucking, I feel bad for the guy, man. He's like, what the hell?
Probably, or maybe he was in on it too. Who knows?
No, I don't think so. It's just I guess they're neighbors.
I don't know. It just, to me, I'm not like. Every time a celebrity like gets accused of something like this, you're just like, well, I'm not surprised.
Or you're like, oh, them too?
Yeah. Oh, okay. We'll add them to the list.
Well, yeah. And then you got to connect the dots.
Yeah, you do. And then nothing comes out of it at all.
Who do they know?
Yeah.
How long have they been associated?
But then again, R. Kelly, like he actually he got his ass handed to him, so we don't know. Maybe something will come out of this.
What happened to R. Kelly? I mean, I don't know what the end game was on that.
I know
Is he in jail?
Prison. Yeah, he's in prison.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I don't care. I mean, my level of caring about what happens to celebrities is so low. I see the news. I see the news and I go, oh, okay, them too. And then
but
it's
what
just
I do care about is them using their, influence,
or money. It's money. Money means influence.
Yeah, that too, or whatever, to entice people and especially, minors. That, to me, that's what I care about.
P. Diddy's ex-girlfriend, it was like one of those, he heard one of her songs, he loved it, and kind of like moved in, and they ended up being an item for a while.
Yeah.
And she is a part of the lawsuit saying that he was abusive and whatnot, physically abusive and sexually abusive and stuff. And it's just, oh my gosh, it was like him and Justin Bieber, not doing things, but like there's fucking stories out there. I really wish I had a lot of time to actually do some prep and bring all of these other different items that you get from, you're not going to get it in one article. You got to get it from different stories from here and here and here. It's crazy.
Well, another
man.
thing is like with the whole P. Diddy situation is there. I don't know if it's on Netflix or Hulu or one of them streaming services has a special on Nickelodeon and what kind of went on behind the scenes.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's on Netflix. I forget the name of it. Those kind of shows really they upset me so much that I don't want to watch it, but I think I want to watch it. It is on Netflix. I forget what the name of it is.
I know it's something to do with was his name Drake? Or what
Drake,
is it? Josh? Not Drake. Why am I thinking Drake? Josh?
Oh,
I don't know.
Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
it. I forget which character, but I think it's something to do with him. And then, and I haven't watched it yet because I don't know if, like you said, I don't know if I want to watch it, but I probably should watch it just to kind of be current with everything.
Well, it's like I don't want to watch that Epstein video that's on Netflix. Filthy Rich. I think it's called Filthy Rich.
Yeah,
I don't want to be upset. I don't want to be pissed off. But it's facts. It's what's going on, and I already know what's going on. I just don't need more details. But damn, dude, it pisses me off, man. It really, the victimization of, and I think Hollywood is just so infested with this shit.
Oh, they are. We know they are.
Hey, come to this party, and it's like him having his that producer of P. Diddy, what the hell is his name? Little Rod or Big Rod or some shit like that.
A-Rod.
Little Rod Jones, Rodney Jones. His testimony was just like, he wanted me to have sex with the guy because he said that's the way they do things in Hollywood. It happens all the time. Yeah.
That was a literal testimony.
Yes.
Oh my God. There's nothing against if that's what you want to do, with consensually, that's fine, but to be forced because that's what happens in Hollywood.
Yeah. That's the way, well, we've always done it. We've always done it like this. Motherfucker. No.
No.
It's a no from me. I'm swiping left here. True Detectives. Tell me about True Detectives, Musa.
Well, here somebody's like, my gut has always felt P. Diddy took out Biggie.
That's been out there. It's always been out there. I think there's some substance to it.
I think so.
Not a personal thing, but maybe just his crew or someone he knows, or hey, do a favor for Diddy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why, because Biggie was like turning into be one of like, Diddy's, biggest stars.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on behind that.
Money makes people do really stupid shit.
It does.
And you start from nothing and you get to this level of stardom and you have all of this money and nothing to do with it. There's only so many houses you can buy, so many cars you can buy, so many watches you can buy. It's like, what else am I going to do? And golly, man.
So it looks like I'm having a hard time reading the comments because I'm getting old and can't see. Is it Musa? Is it Mousa? Sorry if I butchered
Musa.
your name. I really can't. Yeah, I think he says that we should watch it. We should. He doesn't want to ruin it for us, but we should watch it.
If I see it, I'll watch it. If I see it on my list of things, I just got done watching 3 Body Problem.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
It's weird.
Please go on.
It's weird. I can't even explain it. I'm gonna have to watch it again because for the first, it's like 8 episodes long.
Okay.
The first 3 episodes, the one season is 8 episodes long. The first 3 episodes, I was so confused, and then I'm like, oh, now I understand. Basically, and I'm gonna break this down fucking Barney style. Somebody, a scientist, a girl scientist in 1966, I think the year was, sent a message to aliens. It was this outpost in China that was like beaming messages out, just going, "Hey, extraterrestrials, we are friendly and we want to talk to you." And she decided, based on her calculations, that if you bounce it off the sun, it'll amplify the signal and it'll actually get somewhere. So she, without permission, bounced the message off the sun, and she ended up getting a reply back saying that, hey, you really don't want to contact us. If I'm a pacifist, but if you want to, we'll come to you. And she's just like, yeah, come and do your thing. So it was like the beginning parts of an alien invasion. So these aliens are like, 400 fucking light years away, or it'll be like 400 years before they get to Earth. So of course everyone's going to be dead. So this entire story is based upon an alien invasion that hasn't happened yet, that's in the process of happening, and the way that people handle it. It's a crazy, crazy story.
Huh. Okay, I'll add that to the list of shit I need to watch that I don't have time for.
Like, I was going to say, like, you have time for it, but it's a good story. It's a good story once you realize what the story is about.
Okay.
So, since we're talking about interesting stories, coconut butt is my note here. Coconut butt.
So this doesn't mean it's a butt that smells like coconut,
No, it's not lotion. It's an unnamed constipated 56-year-old man who had a medical issue, but he waited 2 days before seeking medical attention. Medics claimed that he had been unable to urinate, and he complained of severe abdominal pain. Upon examination, scans showed a small coconut. Dude, small. It's not small. It was lodged in his rectum, compressing his urethra and preventing him from urinating. The coconut, measuring 9 centimeters in length, was extracted via laparotomy, an operation that involves opening the abdomen. Doctors in the UK are no stranger to dealing with these similar incidents, with data analysts last year finding that 400 foreign objects are pulled from English anuses every year, costing taxpayers more than £350,000, approximately $500,000. The dude.
Oh my God, guys!
The dude had a coconut in his butthole.
stop shoving shit up your ass.
Clearly, he fell in the shower.
Oh yeah.
And there
right
it goes. Right up. That's what it does.
It just sucks.
And that's what it sounds like too. Slow motion audio. When you fall on the coconut, sounds like.
Just use approved toys. If you go to a store or order them online, it's discreet. That's all you gotta do.
There's a graph, dude. I should have showed this graph. I was like, oh, this isn't going to be funny. No one's going to get it. There's like a graph of like men with things in their butthole and then women with things in their butthole, and the increase over the last 10 years. People do data and they make graphs and stuff because they know how to use Excel. And it's crazy, dude.
I want to know what the mindset is. Like they like the
I wonder if this would fit in my ass.
Yeah. I know, well, this will feel great. Like right up in there, and then it's up in the black hole forever, and then you got to go to the damn hospital and like embarrass yourself. And
that's when the lies begin.
Yeah, well, I fell on it.
Well, I was working out in the garage and I fell down, and all of a sudden this fucking
coconut went up my butt.
This fucking 9/16 wrench is all the way up in me.
Well, that's where the 10mm socket went.
Exactly. That's exactly where they go. Damn it.
Guys, we know where they are now.
I would like to interview an ER nurse and or a triage nurse, and what's the wildest fucking story? Because you don't want to go beyond the triage nurse, because the triage nurse hears all the shit. Once the patient gets beyond the triage nurse, then the real things come out. But what I want to know is what have they said? How do they explain these things? I don't know how this hot dog got in my butt.
Oh my gosh. Quit putting shit up your butt, guys.
I was looking for the remote control and I had no idea it was up my ass.
Sometimes I really do think that happens. Like, you're just sitting on the couch and the remote control just, slides right up on there. But stuff comes from too much free time. I guess so. I'm guessing so.
So,
well, I got so much time.
When you were here in Texas, did you ever go to South by Southwest down in Austin?
No, I never got the chance to go. I've been to Austin a lot, but I've never got the chance to go to South by Southwest.
I've been to a lot of, I've been to 6th Street. Everyone's been to 6th Street. I think if you've been in the area, I guess you've been to 6th Street.
Yeah.
If anybody's been stationed at Fort Hood, or what is it, Cavazos now, you've been down there. I spent a lot of time down there. I had, all the girls I dated were never Killeen girls. They were always Austin girls.
Huh.
Mostly college kids, not Austinites, just like, college girls from, from fucking Topeka, Kansas, or whatever, they're going to college here. But South by Southwest is a internationally renowned festival taking place in, of course, Austin, Texas, that showcases music, movies, discussion panels, and is served for a launching pad for a number of famous acts. It took place this last year between March 8th and March 16th.
Oh, we missed it.
Oh yeah, but this is one of those stories that I found like right before I went on vacation, and then I'm like, fuck, I can't talk about this till the end of the month. Oh, here we are. This year, several musicians pulled out of the prestigious Texas Festival over ties to the United States Army and defense companies that were sponsoring the event. And instead of actually being a part of South by Southwest, they were going to do whatever they were going to do for free on the side, just not a part of South by Southwest. Acts like Farmer's Wife, Winona Forever, Lip Critic, Tomato Flower, Kneecap, and 75 other names that you've probably never fucking heard of. In total, about 80 musicians and panelists refused to perform at the South by Southwest Festival in Austin. On Tuesday, this is way back in the beginning of the month, Governor Abbott, my governor, said, Okay, fine. Just don't come back to Texas. He said bands pull out of South by Southwest over the United States Army sponsorship. Bye. Don't come back. Austin remains the headquarters for the Army Futures Command. San Antonio is Military City, USA, and we're proud of the United States military in Texas. If you don't like it, don't come here.
Well, I mean, he's got a point.
Okay. And the thing is, all of the people that are like, we're not going to do this. It's like, who are you?
Right.
Okay, great. Who, do we know you? Where would I know you from?
Yeah, you can't really protest. You'd make a really, big statement if nobody knows who you are.
So the artists who are pulling out of the festival openly support Hamas, the terrorist group that launched a surprise attack on Israel on October 8th, killing about 1,200 people and kidnapping more than 240 at a concert. Israel is retaliating, and they're being labeled as the bad guy. So, yeah, that's what happened. So I saw some pictures, and it seems like South by Southwest was a very good success.
Yeah.
I think they made all the money that they were supposed to make, so they met their targets.
Without Tomato Soup performing, or whatever her
Tomato,
name was.
no, Tomato Flower. Get it right.
Tomato Flower.
Tomato Flower. Kneecap. You know, Kneecap. Winona Forever.
What?
Oh, and then the music of The Farmer's Wife. Yeah, those are just so memorable.
Farmer's Wife.
Farmer's Wife, yeah. She's pretty hot. So we got a eclipse. Has the eclipse news been as rampant in your part of the country as it is in mine?
Yes, pretty much. It's not happening right over Cincinnati. It's going to be like on the east end. I mean, the west end part, more like towards an Indiana, and then it's going to go over, Ohio's asshole. Dayton,
Ohio. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the asshole of Ohio, Dayton, and up that way. I don't know.
You are right on the edge. You're on the edge.
Yeah, and I'm kind of debating if I really want to go driving to go see it.
You know what? All you got to do is look up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'll see some of it.
You'll see a lot of it. You'll see probably 90% at least.
Okay, good. Then I am not going to go and put myself in like a bunch of fucking idiots around me trying to stare in the sun with no glasses or some shit. I don't know.
Gordon,
because you know that's going to happen.
Gordon Ridge says Ohio has two assholes.
Well, you're listening to one of them.
Well, he's probably thinking about Toledo, maybe, or let's see. There's Toledo. There's Columbus. No, is it Columbus?
Well, Columbus is the capital. There's Dayton.
Yeah,
Dayton's pretty much known. I mean, the county I live in, Claremont County, I've already deemed it as the Florida of Ohio because so much shit here happens. Like Florida man just has kind of came up here and took over this county.
So anyway, here's a map that I'm showing here of
I see it.
Here's the path of totality, and then there's the gradients of from 90% all the way down to whatever. So you're there, you're there. No wait, Ohio is Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana. Ohio's next to that, so you're within the 90% ring.
Yeah, so basically we're Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. Like I'm in the greater Cincinnati area, so like right there.
Okay, I see that. Okay, good. Right at you're about 90%. So you might get 2 minutes and a half or whatever of coverage.
Yeah, and what's kind of crazy is that same day as my dad and his twin sister's 70th birthday.
Sweet. Happy birthday, Dad and sister.
Yeah.
So anyway, on Monday, on the 8th of April, millions of people across North America will be witnessing the rarest of treats, a solar eclipse, a total solar eclipse. From the Pacific coastal city of Mazatlan, Mexico, to the eastern coast of Canada's Newfoundland, the moon will perfectly block the sun and cast a shadow to the ground, turning day into night. Every 18 months, a total solar eclipse happens somewhere on the Earth. This time, it's happening over a very large populated area. I am deep into the area of totality. However, the eclipse, at least
You're deep
partially,
into it.
I'm deep. I am so deep into it. So the percentage of totality will range from 20% in Washington State and 50% as far south as Miami. I think it'll be pretty cool. Lots of school districts are closing for the event here.
Yeah. So speaking of, with this going on, I keep seeing people sharing this stuff like it's some sort of conspiracy. Like,
oh my gosh, I hate
like,
these idiots. Okay, go
I
ahead,
know
please.
people, they're going on. Oh, fill up your car. Make sure you get your groceries.
No, there's a lot of things in the news going. Make sure your car, your gas is filled, and make sure you've got water and toilet paper and milk and bread and all this other shit. I'm like, dude, it's an eclipse. It's gonna last 4 minutes at the most.
I'm just kind of wondering, maybe because some areas, like small towns, they hardly ever see that kind of traffic that they're afraid of.
I'm not in the middle of totality, but I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm all up in it. But there's our text, the text dot signs, Texas Department of Transportation signs. It's like they're, do not stop on the side of the road to see the eclipse. They're having to tell, there's people coming to this part of the country. Well, not just here, but, all the way through Mexico and all the way through the United States, and they're telling them, fucking don't park on the side of the road, interstates.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm going to be at work and I can just go to the roof and watch the eclipse and everything's going to be great. I don't have to drive in this shit.
I saw that you could get like a special lens.
Oh, you have
for
to.
your phone and stuff, like to be able to take the pictures.
Or get one of those, 20-cent lenses that they sell at, Costco or Walmart. Cut the lens out and put it over your eyepiece on your phone. It's the same thing. Or if you got a welding mask, you're good.
You'll be fine.
And the reason is when the sun emerges, that blast of light will blind your ass. So don't fucking stare at it. I mean, stare at it for a couple seconds and go, wow, that's cool. But then stop staring at it because you will be blinded if, once the sun comes back.
Well, Pip said the animals going crazy thing, I could believe. It's what I can see.
The animals aren't going to go crazy. The thing is, the bugs are going to come out. It's going to be nighttime for 4 minutes.
Yeah, they think it's nighttime, but it's not. They're going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the bobcat's going to come out and go hunting. And then they're going to get your ass.
And then the sun comes back out.
And then the sun comes back out, and then they go back.
Yeah.
This is not the world's first solar eclipse. These happen every 18 months on the Earth somewhere. A total solar eclipse happens. It just happens to be that this is a very populated area that it's going to go across. So that's why there's so much hubbub about it.
So there's other hype of how the last one was at 2017.
Yes. Yeah. My daughter was a freshman in not high school, but college. And they went out and laid in the grass up in Montana. So
the religious nuts, they're out there saying how this is crossing over Rapture, Indiana, or some, I don't even, it was some kind of crazy. I'm just like, really, really, guys. And some of them have actually falsified a map, of the totality. And I'm just like, that's not even the correct map, you dumbass, you pine cone, just.
And this is why the Mayans are no longer. They fucking killed everybody.
Right.
This is passing over Mazatlan. And I don't know all the fucking history of this stuff, but it's one of those, when you're in a third world country and you don't have access to technology or knowledge, your religion kind of takes control, and that's when you start sacrificing virgins and throwing people into volcanoes and stuff.
Well, I don't
Let's
know.
not do that.
Yeah, please, if you're part of the civilized world, please do not do that. Please don't. But I mean, I've seen some crazy theories about this too, as well, as long as with the bridge. Of course, we just had a full moon too.
We had an eclipse, a lunar eclipse last week. It was last week.
We did?
Yep.
Nope, I missed that one.
So it's weird. I think of course it's because of this, but it's kind of getting crazy here. The Airbnbs here in Dallas are
booked out.
Booked out. They're either booked out or they're so expensive that no one's ever gonna fucking pay $10,000 for a night stay.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. It's hilarious how expensive this is. Hotels are booked up. What I pray for, just to see everybody spending all of this money to be here doing these things and stuff, you just have a cloudy day.
I guess the upside to it is if with everybody traveling to those areas, it'll the economy in those areas will get a little bit of stimulation.
Exactly. I mean, parking. People that own businesses are actually selling parking and camping spaces in their businesses, which is pretty cool because a lot of these businesses don't get a lot of traffic, so they would probably make more money selling parking spots and camping spots.
Probably. Like to pitch a tent or just to throw bring your
tent,
your camper, RV.
Yeah.
Huh. Not a bad idea.
So, according to the weather people, 2 days ago, we were supposed to have clear skies. We're supposed to have clear skies here in Dallas. The green is clear skies. Yellow is maybe not. Red is you're probably not going to have clear skies. So if
that fucking sucks for us.
Well, you're kind of on you might be a little cloudy. So there's no doubt in my mind that it's going to get dark because it's going to get dark with or without clouds.
But you're not going to see the full effect.
You won't be able to actually see the sun be obscured by the moon.
Oh. But I mean, I'm just seeing the red part up in Indiana and Ohio.
Speaking about Red 4 says, I'm going to start a conspiracy over it. There's a spaceship that's going to come down and give you a free ride to their planet where they serve man. Okay.
Oh.
I'm sure that theory is out there. There's going to be... There's so much craziness going on, man.
What the fuck? I'm just kind of checking our forecast here. We're supposed to have snow next Thursday.
No! We didn't have snow at all. We had 80 hours. I mean, seriously, dude, 80 hours of below 32 temperature, and that's it. That was our winter this year here in Dallas.
Wow. No, we're looking at snow on April 4th. Not April Fools, but April 4th. Oh, speaking of April Fools, I am so excited. I'm pulling a prank on my breast doctor.
What? Why? Okay. I'm going to... First of all,
it's okay.
I've never heard those words before. How do you pull a prank on your breast doctor?
Okay, so just to let you guys know, I've kind of gone through this journey of my family has been hit hard with breast cancer. So while I'm speaking of this, please do your cancer screenings. They might actually save your life. So I started back in
back up first. Okay,
yeah.
And you're going to talk about the process.
Yeah. Okay,
good.
So I tested positive for the gene, which means that I do have the BRCA2 gene, which is the mutation that you.
So you didn't have breast cancer. You had the propensity to develop breast cancer at some point, maybe or maybe not, and you're just taking all these variables out.
So and with my family's history, I'm not going to give out specifics, but within direct relatives of mine have had breast cancer. And then even my mom's mother was diagnosed with it. And then on my dad's side, his twin sister was diagnosed. So it's on both sides. So I decided to do the preventative thing and get a double mastectomy with reconstruction. So I did that. We started it out. Now they could take the fluff from your tummy and rebuild your, reconstruct your breasts. Well, that didn't work out with me because afterwards I lost a bunch of weight. So the end of November, I went back and I got implants to kind of, because they just didn't look right after I lost the weight. And my plan is for April Fool's, because I have a follow-up. This really isn't a follow-up I want to do because I did discover a lump in my left breast about a month ago. So anyways, I went for an ultrasound on Wednesday. They looked at the lump here. It's like up here, and they want to do a biopsy on Monday. So I figured, with it being April Fool's, and I just kind of want to lighten the mood, and I'm going to, so because of this whole process, I lost my nipples. I don't have any. So I'm taking googly eyes. And I'm putting them like right here. And the nurse, like I spoke with my doctor's nurse, and she is going to have the camera ready. And we're waiting just to have the doctor's reaction.
Oh my God.
So with that, with my doctor's permission, I am posting that shit on social media.
Do it.
I'm going to. And mainly so if you follow my personal page, I've commented on here, Amy Donnelly. You can follow my journey on this. It's been a very humorous journey for me because I'm not going to be all doom and gloom. I'm spreading awareness, basically. And I've had women and men come to me because of my humor and making light of it. They're like, well, they're doing their screenings now. And with having the BRCA2 gene, my kids got to get tested. The boy, Minnie, and then obviously COVID Carl. So if men have this gene, they have a higher rate of getting I can't say that word right
Testicular.
now. Testicular and prostate cancer with that. And of course, they're at risk of breast cancer as well. So my whole purpose behind all this
men get breast cancer too.
Yes, they do. It's not as common as women, but they can. So men, if you're lactating, go see your doctor because you might have cancer.
If I'm lactating, something's fucked up.
Right? I mean, I shouldn't laugh like that, but anyways.
No, you have to, I mean, it's very serious, but you have to lay on some humor or else you're going to go fucking crazy.
Yes. So, that's what I'm doing on Monday. I hope she doesn't watch this. I don't think she will. And find out.
April Fools. That's perfect.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be one of the best April Fool's pranks I've ever played.
I'm guessing he's not a listener.
No, actually, it's she.
She.
But she's also lighthearted and fun, so I think she would really appreciate the humor and joke behind this.
Keep us updated. I hope things. I hope things go well, and I hope that she finds the humor in everything.
She should.
She should.
I'm really hoping it's scar tissue. That's what we're kind of hoping for. It's just scar tissue.
Are they going to biopsy it, or are they just going to look at it deeper?
Yes, they are on Monday.
Okay.
They're going to biopsy it on Monday, and then I guess from there they'll decide if they need to go in and take it out.
I've had operations before, and there's tons of scar tissue, and it's not going to go away. It'll eventually go away, but
yeah. Oh yeah, I mean,
what kind of scarring do you get? Do you get like regular normal scarring or like a keloid?
I haven't had any issues with keloids. I've been like with my incisions that they've scarred pretty nicely, I guess you could say. I do, I've been up with keeping vitamin E oil on my scars because I do part of the surgeries I have from the first surgery. I have a scar from hip to hip from where they went in and grafted all the fat tissue out of my stomach. And then of course I ended up with a tummy tuck with that. But, and that
all these side benefits.
Right. I mean, hey, I got a tummy tuck, but and then of course, the scarring on my breast, it's soft now from the surgeries, but yeah, thankfully it didn't keloid over or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, because those hurt.
I've got keloid issues, like on my arm and stuff. It's all keloid.
Yeah, and they're painful.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, glad to end this show on a fucking up note. Yay!
Boobies.
Boobies! Okay,
get your tits checked.
Googly eyes on a colon screening. Recommendations?
Oh my God. Just slap a googly eye
in there and just go, okay, put me out, doc. I'm ready.
No, don't shove it up there.
No, just like, just on the outside. Just make sure it's got something to stick to.
No, what you need to do is actually put a note.
Oh, dude.
Says,
no, you're going here.
Your car's extended warranty is expired.
Oh my God.
That will definitely.
I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. That's funny. That is very funny. God
your asshole. If you're going to shove anything up your ass, it might as well be that note.
All right, everybody. I think we're going to call the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Kaz, and that was Mom. Don't forget that we have shows 6 nights a week. On Sunday, we have the Sports Bar. Monday is the Monday edition with Ice and Massey. Tuesday is Pop Culture Warrior. There's no guest this week. Wednesday is the Smoke Pit with Radar and TZ. Sergeant's Time comes back with Spanky and Ice. And Friday Night Freedom's not going to happen this coming Friday, so we're going to put the Screaming Liberal in there. I'm not going to be here because I got to work. And that's going to happen more and more and more. It's not like there's going to be a no show, but there might be a late show. So if you don't see Friday Night Freedom pop up at exactly 7 o'clock every other Friday, it might be 7:30. It's never going to be later than 7:30.
Okay.
I say never. Never is a very absolute term. So I'm very confident saying that it will not be later than 7:30.
Okay.
So later is better for you, but I try to keep on time. Gotcha. Anyone, everybody, you got any parting words? You got any? I always ask, like Pookie, hey, you got any parting words? And he goes, hey, don't beat your wife, don't kick your dog, and this, that, and the other thing.
I think with the coconut butt, just don't be shoving stuff up your butthole.
Okay, and don't fall on the shampoo bottle or a 9/16 wrench or a 10 millimeter
pocket
or anything else.
Exactly, because we really know what happened.
Yeah, but it's interesting for the stories. I really want to find an ER nurse that can spill the beans. I want the deets.
Like the tea.
Just what kind of stories have you heard because of orifices being invaded by foreign objects? I don't care. I really don't care, but I want to hear the stories. Anyway, we will see you. Our next show is going to be on Sunday. We're going to be back in a couple of weeks. And thank you all very much for being here. My name is Kaz, and that's Mom.
Love y'all. Good night.
Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
My friend came to the door. She said, well, I was on the phone cooking me and my baby some breakfast. And she said, hey, something wrong. It's popping. I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no. So the girl come downstairs. She come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, oh, girl, it's cold outside. She said, something ain't right. I said, oh, man. She said, oh, man, the building is on fire. I said, no, what? I got my 3 kids and we bounced out. We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Was so proud. stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular upon first singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
This is WTF Nation Radio.